Alright, welcome to another video. Today, I have something pretty cool that I recently got not too long ago. And what cost me this vehicle was the F450, and later throughout the video, I'll tell you as to why I did that. But nonetheless, this is a 2021 Ford Expedition XLT. Now you may be saying, man, that's an XLT, but in the XLT package for the Expeditions, in my opinion, are a pretty good package. It has, leather seats. Well, I'm not sure if they're leather, but it's, perforated and all that good stuff. But anyways, I think the XLT package is pretty neat as opposed to, going to like a Platinum, King Ranch, or Limited, I think. But anyways, the reason I'm recording inside is because there's so much wind out there, so really be no point of going out there. You're gonna hear the wind more than me, so I'd rather just start in here and kind of highlight the things that I like about it and what it comes with this. And and then later we'll go out, check the exterior of the vehicle. Now this is, like I said, a 2021 Ford Expedition XLT, and it's outfitted with the gray color and black wheels. And mind you, I did not order this vehicle, so it was already in the lot. So I just happened to stumble upon it, and I happen to like it. So enough talking about that. Let's dive right in. So I do want to point out that I do not want to hit the start right now, because my AirPods are connected to my phone. If I turn it on, it'll connect to the truck, and then it'll mess up the audio, cut the video, and whatnot. So anyways, if you can tell, there's two tech gauges right here. Engine RPM, miles per hour, pretty cool. In the middle, you got the LCD, which is nothing new, but I really do appreciate, and I like that feature. Now moving along to the infotainment system. Now I know it's nothing fancy. This has been outdated, but I can care less. It's it works perfectly. I think it's a Sync 3. You have all your navigation, all that good stuff. So it works. Like, I'm not too picky about the new 2022 layout of the F-150s and whatnot. Now it's really nice, but I could care less. It's just, hey, it gives you point A to point B. As long as I got a screen and navigation, and like, you can connect your Apple CarPlay or Android, it works perfectly fine for me. Traction control, emergency, lane departure assist, which is pretty neat. I have mixed feelings about that. I can care less about it. I mean, I've been driving for like 6 to 7 years, so man, I guess I can understand for some people that are not, let's say like the new, or they just happen to travel a lot and doze off. But aside from that, it doesn't really apply to my it doesn't really apply to me. Oh, automatic. It'll turn off automatically when you're in idle. That feature is okay, I guess, if you're trying to save fuel economy, but most of the time, the first thing I do is, it's now like second nature, just turn it on and hit that. So like, whenever you're in a stoplight, it doesn't turn off on you. But I guess Ford had to do it for legal reasons, EPA, all that good stuff. So I mean, it doesn't matter. Eventually I'll probably get something to have it off 100% of the time, but that'll be down the road. Going to, you got your volume controls here. This is a pretty neat button. Now, like I said, I'm pretty new to this SUV platform, so this is kind of new to me, and I'm not sure if this carries over to the other pickups, the other Ford pickups like F-150s, Escapes, and all that good stuff. But I don't know if you guys remember the PSP. I know I'm kind of going back some years, but that button looks like a PSP button. Now, obviously it's a lot bigger, but it's like a clear, and then it has like a volume. I don't know, I just think that's weird, but anyways, it is functional. Same thing with the tune and your automatic climate control. Now for this thing, this is pretty neat. You get your cooled seats, your heated seats, which work fantastic. I live in Texas, so most of the time you're going to be using your cool seats. Now, granted, it has been pretty cold the past month, so I haven't really been touching that. But nonetheless, the heated seats work phenomenal. They're really, it gets pretty darn warm, so that's pretty cool. And then also for your passenger as well, which obviously we'll do that. And anyways, here it's perforated, so that's how it works. Your fan control here, nothing too crazy, just simple buttons, which I like. I think you can control it up here on the LCD screen and down here. So if for whatever reason, now I highly doubt it, if this goes bad or something like that, you can always go down here, turn it on, adjust whatever temperature you want, and then you can adjust the fan speed, and also the direction if you want it on top, feet, defrost, or whatever. That's pretty cool. Something cool about this truck as well, and I know I thought I was a little spoiled. I never really had anything that had a heated steering wheel, but my gosh, it has been working phenomenal. It is the coolest thing ever. Now I might be sounding like a little baby, but I don't care. This is really neat. So when it's cold out here, you hit that, and your steering wheel on everything. I thought it would be like, you know, maybe here, or there, but no, it's the entire steering wheel that gets warm. And mind you, it's not like a skillet, you know, cooking on oil, you know, like at 300 plus degrees. No, it's like, it's a very comfortable warm. It's not too, it won't burn your hand, if that makes any sense. It's very comfortable and it works really great, especially if you live in a colder climate. Now, like I said, I'm in Texas, and right now it just happens to be cold. You know, it doesn't get too cold, but it gets cold enough to where you kind of, you know, you kind of appreciate that little feature. So Ford, that's freaking awesome. Now I know that's old technology, but I've never had it, so it's pretty cool. So enough about that. You got your charging port here, your iPhone charging port here. Pretty cool. You just put your phone there. I think Android works as well. Put it on, it'll charge. Then for, I didn't even know they had this. So they have USB and then a USB 3.0, I believe. That's for like your, you know, your different ports to recharge. I think it's not 100% sure, you know, like you can go on your Apples or whatever, but that's pretty neat. I might never ever use this, but hey, maybe one day I will. But anyways, I typically use a USB. And then also, mind you, you can connect your phone to your your Sync 3. So, you know, like I said, it's something really cool. But if you do want the Apple CarPlay or Android, you do have to connect it. I don't know if, or unless it has wireless Apple CarPlay, but I haven't really tinkered with it too much to kind of go into detail about that. Now, moving along, this is a little controversial, but I think I love this analog, let's say, you know, Prindle or analog shifter. Now, a lot of people say they don't like it, but I beg to differ. So let's say, you know, it's almost, it grows on you, if that makes any sense. Now, I know, like I said, not a lot of people like it, but I'm happen to like it more and more as I drive it. So you put your hand on your headrest, and you don't have to really go anything like that, which, you know, it takes away from the pickup vibe, but it's okay. I mean, it's an SUV, and plus it gives you more space to, you don't have that, you know, that handle where it's like in your way, so it's pretty neat. So anyways, back to this thing. So like I said, all you do is just, you know, select which gear you want, it goes. And then what's really neat about this, that, well, let's say you're doing like you have to reverse or do like a U-turn. So, you know, you just go to D, and then you go to R, and you don't have, this is movement, full movement of what you're doing. This is all you're doing, and which is pretty cool. So you don't have to worry about, you know, changing the steering wheel, and then, you know, moving the handle, and then, you know, reverse and park and blah blah blah. But anyways, this is cool. Like I said, it's really shift on the fly. I mean, it's so quick, you don't even really realize it. And all you're basically doing is steering with your left and changing the gears with your right. So it's like you're killing two birds with one stone. So now, like I said, this is not, you know, something that a lot of people will like it, because it takes away from the truck slash, you know, SUV slash, you know, like you want to feel the gears going in. But it works, you know, and plus you get more space out here, so I like it. This was pretty cool. And like I said, I'm new to this platform, so I've never had an analog gear selector. So like I said, it's growing on me, and I really do appreciate it. We'll go on to the drive modes. So this thing has 4 drive modes. So, or 5. It has like snow, mud, normal, sport, and eco. So, you know, you can select your modes. Now, I haven't really, you know, spent a lot of time in this truck to enjoy all those modes, but for the most part, just keep it in normal. It's, you know, nothing crazy. This is the selectors. Now, I did try it, and it's kind of weird. It's an awkward position. I probably will never ever use this, but hey, if you want to, you know, do some spirited driving or hold a gear, or if you're towing something, you want to hold a specific gear, this will work. You know, you just put it in manual mode, and then you can select which gear you want. So, I mean, it works. I'm not complaining about it, but it works. Moving along to the storage compartment. So nothing fancy here, just, you know, your typical storage compartment. Nothing fancy. A leather up here. And then moving on to the passenger side, like I said, nothing fancy. This is a carryover from, I don't know they have not changed this platform since 2018, I believe, or 2017. One of those years, but it's the same. Nothing fancy, just typical. But it does have, I'm not sure if this is real leather, and it kind of feels like it, but I mean, it's stitched. I think that's real stitching. Let me see. Yeah, it's actually real stitching. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but hey, it looks pretty cool. It makes it feel a little bit better. So that's pretty neat. Moving along up here, so pretty cool. I have, you know, your control light switches up here. I actually have a freaking sunroof. You believe that? Like a panoramic sunroof. That was pretty neat. So basically, to work this thing, all you got to do is for the glass, or for the shade part, you hit this once, and it'll start here. It'll stop about midway, about yay, and then you hit it again, and it'll go all the way to the back, so you get the full view. And then for the glass, same thing applies. You know, you hit this back button up here, it'll stop midway here. You hit it again, it'll stop a little bit closer this way. Then if you hit it one more time, it goes all, or actually no, yeah, it's just one mode. It'll open from here to here, like yay. Then you hit it one more time, it'll open up here, so you get a little bit wider this opening. But after that, you know, it doesn't go all the way back, so that's, you're only limited to opening it halfway, which, I mean, I can care less, but anyways, that's how it works. It took me a while to figure that out. And then if you hit this button here, it'll just, when it's fully locked, it'll open like a vent. If that makes it open about three inches, I believe. I haven't tried it, but anyways, it's there. And then again, you got your, another, you know, light deal here, sunglasses. I mean, I don't really wear sunglasses, but I can care less. Garage door opener, if that applies to you. Typical, you know, mirror. I mean, I'm a guy, so I really can care less if there's a mirror on there. I'm not saying anything towards, you know, guys. I'm just telling you. Passenger as well. Oh, look at that. I found a default right there. Look at that. The light doesn't work there. I don't care. Works there. Oh no, I'm sorry, because the truck's on. Yeah. Anyways, off. All right, so moving on to passenger. Pretty cool, you know, leather seats. Now they're saying that it's not leather, it's like another material, but I think it feels like leather. So I've only had one vehicle that had leather, and that was my 2016 Mustang. So I mean, it feels the same. I'm not sure. Let's see how much they hold up. I feel like they're a little bit more durable. They just feel durable, because I know real leather is a little bit thinner. Oh, what am I talking about? I really don't know. But my Raptor had leather, so it's a little different, but this one feels a little bit more sturdier. Hopefully it'll last me a little bit longer. All right, moving along to the panels. Now, let's see here. Oh, crap. All right. So up here, you have really cool leather. Like I said, not sure if it's leather, but it feels like leather. Pretty neat. Then you got your stitching is here as well. You got your armrest here. You have a little insert right here, which is pretty cool. Kind of like spruces things up. You know, you got your windows, front, back. These, you know, fold in. Mirrors, you click that, it'll fold in. Safety lock, mirrors to adjust, and then you got memory seats. These are really neat. So if you have multiple passengers that drive, you know, one specific vehicle, and you want to set it to one person sets one, another person sets two, another person sets three, you have 3 settings. So that's pretty neat. So you don't have to worry about, because once you dial in when you drive a vehicle, you have a certain setting, and then when someone comes in and drives it, it's never the same. So that's very useful, and it helps out so much. Moving along to this button right here is for the headrests back there on the 3rd row seating. So you see those two are laying down. So and let's say, you know, someone forgot to put them up, and you don't want to go back there, so you quickly hit that button and it'll just retract down, and then you have a full view of the rear, you know, for your, obviously your rear mirror. And then this one is obviously your tail, or I don't even know how you call this, the back hatch, tailgate hatch, whatever. Hit that, it'll open up. So, you know, if you have someone has to put some stuff in or whatever, or you have to be inside, you can hit that and it'll work. Just standard. I know I've seen this forever, so just standard fog lights, headlights automatic, and then your dimming of the gauges. So that's pretty much up here. Let's go into the back so we can see the captain chairs. Something that I really enjoy. Those are pretty neat. Give me a second. All right. So same thing going up here. You got your nice material up here, material here on the armrest, and then you got a really cool little, you know, chrome insert for your speakers. It's nothing special. It's not a fancy sound system, but it makes it look a little bit better. It gives it a little bit more character. Now, like I said, moving along to the passenger seats. Man, I'm stepping on the deck, that is. This sucks to get dirty. Oh well. Anyways, moving along to the passenger. Give me 1 second. All right. Pretty cool. Like I said, they're captain chairs. These are very comfortable. They adjust to your liking. So if you want to lean back a little bit, it'll adjust, and if you want to, you know, lean up a little bit, it'll, you know, come right back to where it was. Okay. And then for the back side, you also have a zone climate control. So what's pretty cool about this is, I'm not sure how it works specifically, but if someone back here wants to get hotter or colder, it'll do that. I believe if you turn the front ones on, it only functions the front and not the rear. But like I said, I might be wrong. But if they turn this on, I know for a fact that all this kicks on up here, the vents up there, and the vents back there as well. So pretty cool. You know, like if it's, you know, people are very picky about their temperature, they have the option to do that. Charging ports here, same thing, USB 3.0, USB. And then you have a 12 an outlet here as well, so pretty neat. Little like a storage compartment here. I mean, like, I'm probably never gonna use it, but I care less. Like I said, nothing too special back here, just your seats. And now I do want to comment, these seats are extremely comfortable. They may seem like they're not, they look very stiff, but once you sit in them and you adjust it to your liking, they work. I mean, the most I've driven this vehicle is about 30 minutes, if that. So, and mind you, if you do a lot of driving and if you have like a family, or if you want it for yourself, for goodness sake, you can just enjoy it and really appreciate the what goes into this. Now, I know this is a little outdated, but once you get into this thing, it's a whole different animal. I've driven a Tahoe and I've driven the GMC models, and I have to say this by far exceeds them. Now, obviously that's my opinion. So if you're like a Chevy guy, or you're like a Dodge or whatever, you just kind of grow it. I would recommend testing all of them out, so you can kind of feel what's really good for you and what works for you for your application, because everyone lives different lifestyles. So I highly recommend just drive them all, see what you like. Don't worry about other people's opinions. You have to drive it yourself, so you can make a really good assessment of what you need, so before you make a pretty, hefty purchase. So that's just me. What the heck do I know? So I'm kind of digressing, but now moving on to the back seats. So I don't want to go to the back real quick because, like I said, it's super windy, but believe it or not, these seats adjust right there. There's buttons right there that'll adjust forward and backward. So if someone's sitting in the back, let's say like a little kid, or it can be like a 5'8" or below, 6 foot below adult, they can adjust it to make it a little bit comfortable. Now, granted, you might hit the top of the roof, but you have adjustment there, so make it just a little bit more comfortable. Also, this row folds forward to give you some more cargo space. Now, if cargo space is an issue for you, and you have like a lot of family, you might have to reconsider. Maybe you want to go into the Max, but this is the regular one, and it works for me for my application. But if you need extra cargo space, what you can do, A, is remove the passengers here, fold it, and you have more cargo room. Or B, you might want to go to the Expedition Max, which is like the longer platform. It doesn't change the layout of the seating, but it does give you an additional, I believe, 2-3 feet of additional space back there. Like I said, these fold forward. These two also fold forward. So technically you have from here all the way to the back of the hatch space to put whatever groceries, material, if you want to push it, put materials or whatever, you have that option to do so. Okay, well, I guess that's pretty much it. Nothing too special, like I said. Oh, by the way, this is all automatic. You don't have to, you just press a button and they all fold forward. They do what they got to do. And to, put them back, you just press another button, and they're back there. It's three back, 3 rear, 2 front, and you just click the buttons and it'll adjust like you want it. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I think I ran through the vehicle. Oh, and obviously if you want to talk about the engine, it is the 3.5 EcoBoost. Now, a lot of people are, they don't like it, but I really like it. I love the torque. I love how it can get up and go. In my opinion, it's a little bit more, you have more pep, as opposed to like a Tahoe or let's say like a Dodge Durango. I feel like it has more torque. And then obviously, now the numbers, they're a little bit better than all the other three, but if you tune this thing is a beast. I've seen a lot of videos where these guys are cranking out 400 plus rear wheel horsepower or 500 plus rear wheel torque. So that just blows all the other competitors out of the water. But if you want to keep your warranty and all that, I recommend keeping it stock. But if in the future, if you do want to get extra, what I'm saying is this platform is so much better. You have more options to make way more power. That's what I'm trying to say. Now that's up to you. If you want to make it, go ahead and do it. But as me right now, I'm just gonna keep it stock. I just enjoy. I think it's plenty. I've never spent tires on it, but it has enough pep to where I like it, where I don't need that additional. Now, maybe in the future when it's, all, old or whatever, I might do it, but nonetheless, it's a perfect platform, perfect engine, 10-speed auto. It doesn't get any better than that. Just a great overall well-balanced vehicle. It's light. It feels a lot lighter than the other three, and I just like it so much. But anyways, enough about talking about this truck. This video is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. If it's something that, if you've never looked at an SUV and you see yourself, with either a family or yourself, or you might even try it, just give it a shot. I've never driven one, but when I've driven one, it changes your whole mindset. it's not what you think. You just have to drive it. You know, it's a lot more comfortable than my 250 or, well, it used to be my 450, but the 450, I got rid of it because it was just too much. It was insurance alone, and on top of that, you had, you know, the car note, and then obviously I got stopped by DOT. So there's a lot of factors that played into that. That's why I made the decision to trade it in. But in another video, I know I was going to mention in this video, but I'll talk about it in another video why I did that and why you need to know these things before you pull a trigger on a, let's say, a commercial vehicle. I think it's like the 350. I think 350 is going to be commercial also as well, but you got to kind of manipulate the insurance company to kind of, you know, bring it down. But anyways, like I said, I'll go into another, I'll make another video talking about that, so I can inform you guys based on my experience. Now, my experience might be different from any other one, but nonetheless, because of that, I made this, and this is why I'm here. And like I said, I have a valid reason. It's not like because I just had the opportunity. No, it's just, it just didn't work out. So enough talking about that. Here's my 2021 Expedition. If you guys have any questions about this truck, or if you need, you know, help, or not help, but like any additional questions that I didn't, you know, happen to mention or ask, or, you know, just tell you, just let me know, comment below. I'll, you know, be more than happy to answer them as best as I can to my knowledge. Now, if I'm saying something wrong in this video, do not be afraid to freaking correct me. I can care less if I'm wrong, but also I do not want to give you guys bad information. So enough talking about that. On to the next video. Thanks.